This is Kaylee from Nerdy Birdy Adventures, and I'm back again with another monthly favourites video. These are going to be my favourites from the month of March. I had another anime convention in March, so got some fun picked up some fun things from that, but also have some other kind of fun stuff to show you. As always, I will make sure that all the shops that I got stuff from, shops and artists, are linked in the description below, even though I'm sure I'll mention that more than once because I usually do. Anyway, I will jump right into it. I may as well start with, well, let's start with bags, shall we, seeing as I usually pick up bags during months. So I may as well start with the two I picked up this month. They are both plush bags, and they are both from the same artist. So the first is this cute little plush froggy bag. He's on a little, like, gold chain that is detachable. There's a little zipper on the back. Little purse. Little plush froggy purse. I got him and the other bag from a shop I really adore called Mint and Apple, who just makes the cutest stuff. You'll probably notice a pattern. Whenever I pick up stuff from Mint and Apple, it will end up in my favourites videos, including this little guy. I did pick up this little guy because I'm putting together a froggy outfit, and he's perfect for it. So that's my froggy bag. The other bag that I picked up is this mushroom bag. This is also plush, very soft material. This one opens on the top like that. It does actually go in pretty deep. It doesn't go all the way into the stalk, but it's still pretty deep. Like, I can fit my wallet and a mask and like a mirror compact in here, so it's enough for like a simple day out. But yeah, it's a mushroom. This one has really cute kind of cottagecore vibes, which is style I'm thinking of getting into in kind of the spring and summer, so I thought this would be perfect for that. Again, same as the froggy, is on a little gold chain that is detachable to these little hoops here. Yeah. And those two are the bags that I picked up in March. So I suppose from bags I will move on to plush. I only really have one plush this month, and I actually won him from Round 1 in Mentor, Ohio, which is, if you've never been to a Round 1 or never heard of a Round 1, it's an arcade that I believe originated in Japan and now has locations in the United States. It's one of my absolute favourite places to go. I grew up loving arcades, so Round 1 is pretty great. And, of course, as is common in most arcades, they have crane machines. I've spent more time on crane machines than I care to admit to, but I won this guy from a crane machine. He's a little hammerhead, little nerdy hammerhead shark wearing a pair of glasses. He is from a series of sharks called Samazu. Yeah, Samazu. He's a little hammerhead shark. He's covered in cat hair. I really like his glasses. I won a different style of this plush for both my wife and my sibling-in-law, but I had to win this one for me because I used to wear glasses like this when I was a little kid, so it reminded me of that, so I had to get him. The other thing that I'm going to kind of count as plush is more plush adjacent, because he is a cushion, and that is this guy. This is the Blathers cushion from Animal Crossing. I also have the Tom Nook cushion. This one lives on my bed. Tom Nook lives on my crafting chair, because he's a really good back support pillow. But when I saw they did Blathers, I had to get Blathers, because Blathers is one of my favourite characters from Animal Crossing. I really hope they make a Celeste one of these. I doubt it'll happen, but I can hope. But yeah, he's made of like soft minky fabric. Like, he's pretty thick. Like, he's a pretty decently sized little pillow. I got him from Amazon. Okay, so I suppose next I will go into the cute little anime bits and bobs that I picked up from ZenkaiCon, which is the anime convention I went to in March, last month. I keep wanting to say this month and it's April now. Okay, first things first, so they have a little stand in, not a stand, but one of the vendors in the artist alley at ZenkaiCon was a gashapon vendor, so they had a bunch of the gashapon machines set up that you could get different prizes from. So I tried one of those machines and I won this. This is from the Sailor Moon gashapon, and this is the music box from that. Yeah, there we go. It's, this is the music box that you can win from that set. And I was super, super excited. The guy, after we opened it, the guy from the stand told us that there are only 2 of these in the entire set of gashapon capsules, so yeah, I was very, very happy. I don't think this will come through my camera very well, otherwise I would play it, but if you look on my Instagram, there's a video there of the music playing, so yeah. I actually realized that's the only thing from there is something else from ZenkaiCon, I'm being silly. Okay, the other thing that I picked up from ZenkaiCon is this little fellow here. If you can't tell, this is Levi from season 4 of Attack on Titan. This is one of those cute little cable hugger figures. I got him for myself, and I got Hanji for my wife, or Hans. I don't know. I haven't watched the final either parts of the final season yet. I'm gonna keep saying Hanji because that's the name that I know. But I got Levi and I got Hanji for my wife, and they're super cute and little. He's probably never gonna sit on a cable for me because just of how he is. He's a little top heavy to sit on a cable properly. But he sits on my windowsill. So he's essentially part of my desk setup because I sit in front of my window to work. So yeah. Okay, the last little kind of littler nerdy thing that I have in my favourites for March is this guy. This is the mini Q posket of Kyojuro Rengoku from Demon Slayer, my favourite Demon Slayer character. I want the bigger Q posket in this colour scheme, but for now I'll settle for the little one. I got him from a local shop to me called Kawaii Gifts. I will probably mention those a lot in favourites videos because they're an amazing store and I go there for a lot of cute and nerdy things. So yeah, next I think I'll go into some books. Well, one book and one notebook. Well, one notebook and one comic book, I suppose. But the notebook first is this one. I got this from an artist that I'm a huge fan of called Envos, who, again, I will have their shop linked in the description. This is the Galar Top 3 from Pokemon Sword and Shield. Piers on the bottom here, who is the reason I got the book, because Piers is my favourite Pokemon character of all time. And then there's a cute spiky doodle of him on the bottom, on the back. And then this is Leon, the champion of Sword and Shield, and then Rayhan, who is the second best in Sword and Shield, who is the Hammerlock gym leader. This is a sketchbook. It's blank pages. I haven't started putting anything in it yet, but I had to grab it when I saw that the stock was getting low because I really, really like this artist. And then my comic book favourite for the month of March, as I get into reading more and more DC Comics, is still Dark Knights of Steel. This is the first trade paperback that they've come out with. This is volumes 1 to 3 of Dark Knights of Steel, which I do have the individual copies, but I really like the cover art for this one. So, because there's Bruce in his armor, Wonder Woman, and Superman. So yeah, and then this is the back cover. with the three of them. I really like this kind of mythological fantasy, like medieval fantasy style of Batman and Superman and stuff like that. So I picked up the trade paperback as well as the individual. There's 5 out now. I think volume 6 comes out this month. I think there's going to be 12 altogether, so I'll probably pick up all the trade paperbacks as they come out. I also read City of Owls in March and The Long Halloween. So those are just 2 of the other. I'm gonna try and only include 1 comic book per month as I read more and more. So this month continues to be Dark Knights of Steel, but I do recommend City of Owls. Like the Court of Owls stuff is really, really interesting, even from someone who doesn't know a super amount about Batman. So yeah, okay, so this month, me, my wife, and my sibling-in-law actually went to see A New World, intimate music from Final Fantasy, which is a sister concert to Distant Worlds, which is the big kind of symphonic orchestra concert that gets held in various places in the United States that plays various music from Final Fantasy. I was really happy at this concert because I got to hear Those Who Fight be played by the solo pianist who played it for Advent Children, and I got to watch him play it live. It was absolutely amazing. Like, watching his fingers play that song in person was amazing. But while we were there, I picked up a couple of vinyls. These are volumes 4 and 5 of the vinyls. These are Distant World vinyls, not A New World vinyls. I don't know if they've put out vinyls for A New World, but I know they have for Distant World. These have, there's two records in each, with obviously the 2 sides. These both contain Final Fantasy 15 music, admittedly, which is why I picked them up. But I really like they have kind of like some of the, like, if the songs have lyrics, they have lyrics for the songs, they have like some stills from the shows, and the people who play, pictures of the composers, all that good stuff. So yeah, if you are a fan of Final Fantasy music, I do recommend going to these concerts if you ever can. They are a really cool experience. We just found out that there is one coming to our city this year, so we're super, super excited about that. We're probably gonna go see that. Okay, I think that brings me last but not least to some clothing pieces that I have in my favorites, which is very rare, but I have actually quite a few pieces of clothing. So I'm just going to start with the stuff that's closest to me and just go through it. Okay, so first things first is, so in my last favorites video, I had a sweater vest that was Lakko the Otter themed. And yeah, so I got pretty much the rest of the set of that clothing, in the sense of I picked up a cardigan of Lakko the Otter, and I picked up an actual full sweater of Lakko the Otter, and I got them in different colours so I can use them in different outfits. But this is the cardigan. I like oversized cardigans, so if it looks huge, that's why. It's like a baby blue colour with just Lakko's face. Now, Lakko's face is kind of a fuzzier kind of, I call it terry cloth material, but you may not call it terry cloth material, but it's fuzzier than the rest of the cardigan. This cardigan doesn't have pockets, which for me is not a huge problem, even though I do prefer cardigans that have pockets, but this one does not. But it's oversized, it's really, really comfortable, really, really warm. I wore this to travel a couple of weeks ago, and it's really nice for car rides. So yeah, so this is by an artist. The artist is called Jeana Draws. Lakko is kind of her mascot, so yeah. I couldn't resist getting this cardigan. And the second thing of Lakko that I got is, unfold it. I'm still getting used to kind of showing clothing on camera, so bear with me, is the sweater. This is kind of a kind of latte coffee tan color, and it has almost bishop sleeves, which I really like. So the sleeve is close to my wrist and then puffs out really big, which is really cute. It's decorated in shells and has Lakko's little face there. His little bow tie is made from this, is the same kind of terry cloth material, and then there's hearts and polka dots at the bottom. Again, the material super soft. It does get kind of staticky, but that might just be me. But it's very soft and very comfy. Okay, so next piece of clothing in my favorites from March is actually from Disney. So currently I'm not at Disney. I went to Disney in December but haven't been since then. But currently at Disney is their Flower and Garden Festival, and so I got the spirit jersey of the orange bird. That's the front of it with a little orange bird there, and then the bottom, and then on the back says the original Florida orange bird. There we go, pulling out the wrong side. There we go. And then on the bottom and on the sleeves is just decorated with a pattern of the orange bird. Yeah, so they released this for Epcot's Flower and Garden Festival. I actually got into collecting spirit jerseys while we were at Walt Disney World in December, because I got one of the Yeti from Expedition Everest, and it's such a comfortable top that I just now want to get more, and they come out with such cute patterns for them. So yeah, so I added this one to my collection. This is probably going to be a popular clothing piece for me in kind of the spring and the summer. But yeah, so the last two things that I have to share are t-shirts. I got them from Redbubble, and the artist is called Depanda Banda. I have other t-shirts from them. I'm a really big fan of their art, but this art speaks to my current hyperfixation, I guess. So yeah, so the first one is this one. Both of the shirts have Jason Todd on them. This one is just him with his helmet, and then the text says, "Full offense to everyone but Alfred and the dog, but what the tepid F." I'm sure you can fill in what the F is, but yeah, that's the first one. This is it's just the regular t-shirt design again. I got it a little bit big because I like baggy t-shirts. And then the second one is this one, which is just a full body shot of Jason. I love that they included his little white tuft of hair, because that's my favorite design feature of his. This one doesn't have any text on it, it's just him, and I did this one in a kind of lighter grey material. So yeah, I got two t-shirts of the Red Hood / Jason Todd, because he's my current hyperfixation, so you should probably expect to see lots of him in upcoming favorites videos. But that is, oh, so the last thing I want to talk about in my favorites for March is actually a film. And if you couldn't have guessed, if you did guess, you get a virtual cookie, but if you couldn't guess, I'm a little bit obsessed with the film The Batman. I've been to see it 3 times now, and I'm trying to convince my sibling-in-law to go and see it so I can see it a 4th time. It's a really good movie. Now, I'll admit, it's not going to be everyone's cup of tea. It really isn't. If you are a DC fan, I do recommend checking it out. It's just from a technical standpoint, it's a really good movie. Now, I know nothing about filmmaking at all. I've never studied it, know nothing about it. but this movie has a lot of features in it that I feel have been lost in films recently. I will say this with my entire chest. Marvel could learn from how this film is shot and edited. The cinematography on this film is beautiful. The performances are great. It is a really good film. Again, it's not going to be for everyone. I understand that. And if it's not for you, I completely respect that. But it's definitely the best film I've seen in a long time, and that includes some of the Godzilla movies, because I really like King of the Monsters. But yeah, so if you haven't seen it yet, I do recommend it. I probably won't be going to see Morbius, honestly, because I don't care, and I still need to see Spider-Man No Way Home. We probably will go and see Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, though. But yeah, so yeah, the last of my favorites for March is the film The Batman. It's 10 out of 10. Highly recommend. Give Robert Pattinson a chance. I was definitely one of those people who discounted his ability to be Batman because of his history, but he absolutely did an amazing job. He is better than Ben Affleck's Batman, and I will say that with everything that I am. He is a better Batman than Ben Affleck. If you disagree with me, that's completely fine too. But anyway, that is it for today's video. I don't know what my next video is going to be or when it's going to come out. I'm still trying to figure out filming and everything. So I'm also trying to still get this setup done. So I'm sorry the light's a little bit squiffy. I'm still trying to figure it out, but it's fine. My cat says hello. But anyway, I will see you in the next one, whenever the next one is. This is Kaylee from Nerdy Birdie Adventures signing off. Until next time, bye.